Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 140 of the Red Force podcast. My name's Eric Tolado. Joining me today, Christian Tolado.
Another week of no chapter. Brutal. Alright? 2 in a row. We are 3 days off the Ace novel part 2 coming out.
Spice.
Alright, now, if it was the timing worked out, we could have done the Ace novel right now. But instead, we're doing another college
We're
show.
here.
Alright? We're trying real hard to get the content out. We did Dressrosa last break. We're doing a college show. Next break will be the Ace novel part 2.
Yes. Hopefully better than part 1.
It's already better because there's a little preview out there. We've got Whitebeard, we've got Jinbei, alright? We've got characters we like to see, alright? Talking about how Ace is hype, alright? We get it. The Ace source will not stop and expect more than one, alright?
Speaking of Ace, Christian, we got a little taste of the Boichi style.
Covering the Ace novel.
Do we know what this is? Is this going to be just the Ace novel in manga form?
Yes.
Do we know how many weeks? Is it monthly?
The Ace novel in manga form. Now, it should be weekly. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Do we know where it is? Is it in Jump? Is it somewhere else?
We'll get it, alright? Viz
We'll
will
find
translate it, alright?
Are we going to talk about it?
Little side segment. But we already... I guess we'll pop in
Yeah.
during the chapter discussion. We'll
Okay.
pop in to the Ace novel. Now, Eric already upset.
Not quite as upset as you, Christian.
I don't know if I'm upset. You're the one ranting, raving about how there's no lighting on the fire.
Is it the new school, Christian, that are seduced by their own rendering prowess, on their detailing, on their characters, that they refuse to do any lighting on these characters, Christian? I'm confused. If you're shooting fire from your hand, right? Hey, that's the fire source.
Yeah.
That's the fire source. And get this in shot, Christian. If you're shooting fire from your hand, here's the light source. Alright, it's not arbitrary ambient occlusion.
It's no...
In the scene.
It's not even... It's no lighting. There's no lighting.
Oh, we get it. You cross-hatch your little details.
They're doing that for shape and tone. They're not doing that for lighting.
Yeah, I'm aware, but they're seduced by their detailing, Christian.
My theory is they leave it clean for coloring. Where
So
the
they
color
should,
does all
but
the
like,
work.
you look at My Hero. It's not gonna get colored.
That's why...
Is it the new
theory.
school? I've been checking it on Chainsaw Man.
Yeah.
I feel like the lighting's just getting worse and worse, Christian.
But the rendering is getting better.
But the rendering techniques are improving.
Sure.
Now, what adds more to the scene, to the ability, to the effects? It's all about lighting.
Sure.
I'm confused. The fire doesn't even cast a shadow on the floor. It doesn't even look like he's shooting fire because there's no heat, there's no intense light, there's no shadow cast.
Okay.
Explain it to me.
Something about... It's so highly detailed that adding a lining layer would muddy the clarity. That's my theory. Don't know if it's fact. Alright? That's my theory.
People going, oh, look at this, look at that. Christian Araki says it in his book. Who is the best manga artist out there? Who is a master that has never been surpassed? People are going to say Berserk Man.
Miura.
People are going to say Vinland Saga Man.
I don't know who does this. Yeah.
The correct answer, Toriyama.
Okay.
Alright?
Now, to be fair, Toriyama doesn't exactly do lighting.
Yes, he does. Because he constantly does lighting.
Not on
All the time.
He doesn't do regular light. He doesn't do he doesn't do grays.
When
he doesn't
people
do...
shoot Kamehamehas, you know
Sure.
about it. Alright?
That's
That's what I'm talking about.
That's the only time you know about it.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's the only time you need to know about it, because you're shooting beams of light from their hands.
Okay.
Simplicity versus
Complexity.
Complexity.
All right. Eric having a stroke, can't talk. He's that bad.
Right?
All right.
Don't get people out there. Don't get seduced by the rendering prowess of these individuals.
I'm sure they
There's
know
a
how to do
balance.
lighting. It's gonna be some directive, some. I don't know.
I don't feel power from this attack.
It is what it is.
What if Kazara didn't have any lighting on him? Would you know he has a light fruit?
You would be told that he is a light fruit.
Yes.
Okay, that's different. Now, my problem is, and it's always been my problem with Boichi, what is going on
With the face?
the faces?
Specifically what angle though?
The low angle. Oh, even the women as well.
The females, yeah, they've got a problem.
The faces are extremely weird. Mouth too high, eyes too far apart, nose too small.
No, the muscular detail of this man, top notch.
Top notch, no doubt. All right, no doubt. Man knows how to draw a physique.
A little bit thin though. A little bit stringy for my liking, but
I don't think I've ever seen him draw a big man. All right.
yeah,
And there were a lot of big men in One Piece. All right.
a lot of big
A lot
men.
of big men.
How's he gonna draw Whitebeard?
Could be a big man.
Yeah.
All right. Now, everyone says the same thing about this art. It's great. It's good. It's highly detailed. It's accurate. Muscularity's there. The faces are just throw me off. All right. Throw me off.
Do you think he does it because that's his style? He wants to stand out.
Sure, that's his style, but you know, we could go on about this for hours.
I feel like Dr. Stoneman is pretty. That's his best character, clearly.
I mean, yeah,
Which is, and his face is usually proportioned
yeah.
from what I've seen, you know. What are you gonna do?
There you go. All right. There you go.
Now, will this manga art bleed into the topic of the show that Christian wants to discuss? Maybe.
Maybe. Not really an art topic.
Okay.
More of a writing topic. But it goes hand in hand. Whatever. All right. This week, call-in show. We got a couple call-in topics.
A few questions from the
A few questions from the fans. All right, but before that, the people want to know, where is Cancelor's Chapter 2?
I've told the people, Christian. I've told them a long time.
Now, you can say whatever you want about Boichi, all right? You can say
Yeah.
whatever you want. He's a workhorse, all right? He does it, highly detailed, comes out every week, multiple projects, always going on with this man. He's a workhorse, all right?
Yeah.
Say what you want, man's working, all right? Now, where is Cancelor's Chapter 2?
The people know that it's coming out on the 3rd anniversary. Regardless if it's done next week or not.
So, are you maybe hinting it might be done next week?
It could be done whenever, but it's coming out on the 3rd anniversary
All right,
celebration.
so you might be finished with it, but you're not releasing it.
Yeah.
There you go, people. There it is. The
It will
man's
come
holding it
out
back.
on the 3rd anniversary as the celebration piece, as we did last year.
Okay. There we go. What else? Shadow Soul's still going. New arc. New adventures. Alright. New chapter coming out probably today. Enjoy it. Read
Probably today.
it. Yeah, today. Alright. Got one page left. Get it. We'll get it done. Alright, for the people. Alright. Now, let's move in to the call-in show. Let's get your questions in. Let's get the people in.
Who's up first, Christian?
Who's up first to start? His topic is characters we want to see back in the story. Now,
Dot.
Yes, that's me. Hello.
You're in. Welcome aboard.
I am it. Hello.
Your topic.
Always happy to be here. Simple topic to this week. Just I want to see some people come back. Simple as that.
now what's the criteria? Characters that have been defeated, characters that have disappeared. What's the criteria?
I feel like the criteria is like characters that have a real low chance of coming back and like they've been defeated. Like obviously, we're gonna see Shanks again.
Yeah.
we're gonna see like Hancock again. Those like
So-
characters like those don't count.
Characters whose stories are complete.
Yeah.
You're talking
Yeah.
about Arlong.
Like-
you're talking about Jin. You're talking
Arlong,
about
okay.
fucking.
Don't bring up Jin like it's a thing.
You're talking
Okay.
about.
It could be a thing. You don't know.
Don't bring up Jin like it's
You're
a thing.
talking about
right?
Bobbins. You're talking about.
Bobbins.
I don't know about Bobbins.
You're talking about Fugo.
Personally, like my favorite villain, my favorite antagonist would be Anil.
Yeah.
So I would love for him to come back from the moon or something.
Everyone always
Or at least
says.
like an update.
He's not gonna come off the moon unless the
Everyone-
Straw go out there.
Everyone always says
Not
NL.
with that attitude.
Alright? Everyone always says, where's it now? We want him back. When's he come back? But
Because he's so
realistically...
cool.
Yeah, but realistically, there's so much to explain when he comes back. What's his motivation? What did he do on the moon? The cover story isn't really part of the manga. You have to explain that.
I think
You know.
you'll get more fan favorite characters returning as the story starts wrapping up naturally.
Or at least want an update on them. See what they're up to. Like, because
Yeah.
Arlong escaped. So what is he doing?
Yeah. Now,
Being a bum in the East Blue probably.
the
Oh,
main
no.
candidate, of course, is Crocodile. Oda always teasing
But I think
Crocodile.
I think Crocodile's in that category of guaranteed to
Yeah, I would
return at
say
some
so.
point.
But Oda always teasing, always having one panel of Crocodile reading a newspaper, doing nothing, somewhere in the New World. When's he coming back?
The people want
When's
to
he
see
gonna be
Miss
important?
Merry Christmas again. The people want to see
This
Mr.
is
Five.
me personally. I would love for Captain Core to come back.
Why?
He's like he's
why?
one of my friends. I think it's kind of cool. I like the
Now-
whole idea. Like he's just like a master planner. At least like what he'll be like with hockey. What he'll be like in a new world. Maybe
Done.
would have been
Remi-
up to.
He's done. He's not a master
Remind
planner.
me about
he plans
Kuro,
sucks,
right?
alright?
Was he arrested?
I mean, listen. They
Yeah, he
they
was
said he was the second smartest man in the East Blue, only second to Beck Beckman.
Yeah, you got a bunch of dummies.
That's a big gap.
Right?
That's a big
You
gap.
got a bunch of dummies in the East Blue.
Hey,
right?
but that's still something though. That's a feat.
What was the sum of money he was retiring on? 100,000 barely.
Yeah, it was some real low amount.
Yeah.
Alright? It's a real low amount that was stupid. Alright? Could have just gone and got yourself a bounty and retired. Alright? So,
Do they even dish out bounties below $1 million?
Chopper?
Yeah.
That's true.
there you go. Destroyed by Dart, alright? You just
A pet, though.
You just got...
That's not part.
Alright, Dart just did that to you, man.
Beppo?
What's Beppo worth?
I think he's like a very low.
I don't
I
think
think
we know.
he's
I don't
under a
think we
thousand.
actually know what Beppo's worth.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's under $1 million. Wait, is it...
Kuro can't beat Beppo though.
Sure. I mean, maybe, alright?
Maybe.
We
I don't know.
how-
I don't know.
We don't know how garbage Beppo is, alright?
I think we know how garbage Beppo is.
Okay,
Christian.
well there you go. Any other characters you want to see back?
Oh, I looked it up. His Beppo's bounty is at 500.
500,000.
No, 500.
Just 500.
Just 500.
That's a big rip. That's a
Is that
huge
because
rip.
it's a meme and they think he's his pet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's pretty reason.
Okay, well,
So you want to see it
I
now?
feel like
You want to
he's
see it now
Lucas.
come back? Clearly.
And now
Are you on the
Kuro-
King of
I want-
Lightning train that is gonna have ultimate haki for no reason and be good, or
I'm not on that train, but if that happened, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
where you
Trying to think.
at with Adela, right? Is he a chump or is he actually good?
I think he's actually good.
Would he get one shot by Sanji?
Don't make me do this.
Yes, he would.
Oh man.
yeah,
I back
I don't
it.
know
I
one
back
shot,
in
but,
Usopp.
like,
I back in Usopp to beat an L.
doesn't have
Come on, don't do
armament.
this. I don't think.
He's
Don't
got
do
the
that.
impact dials.
that-
He has sea stone cuffs.
It's true.
Yeah.
Good
I think it would
benefits.
be like if it's Sanji versus Enel, assuming like there's no like power up or whatever. It'd be like a low diff for Sanji at the very least,
That's
or like
right,
a
that's
mid,
correct. All
a
right.
low diff.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe let's just shoot that at King. See what he says.
All right.
Because that's the
That's the agendas in
that's
action.
the two agendas clashing.
That's right.
Don Krieg would be nice to see what he's up to.
Don Krieg. Where
Yeah,
is he?
what's
he-
We
what's
just
he
took him away.
Maybe he's got a Whopple metal suit now.
That's crazy. right? Maybe, right? So
All right.
Gin was the meme for the longest time. He's gonna be at the wedding and Honkagon. He's gonna be around.
No.
Those shoes. Remember, he was supposed to be. He was gonna be one of the flying
Yeah,
six.
he's who's who.
He's who.
He's everyone, Eric. Gin's returning at some point for some mystical
I don't think a
reason.
character's ever turned out to be another character. Ever.
Except for
No.
Rob Lucci.
But we
Maybe.
didn't know who Rob Lucci was until he was revealed.
Well, you know.
It's not like who's Gin. That's never happened.
That's true. There might be one example.
Who?
So a big one for you guys would be Crocodile.
Yeah, because
Even though, like,
Oda keeps on teasing us, and I don't know where Crocodile refits in the story.
I mean, the big thing is like he's like the new Joker, right? But how did he even get that started?
Well, maybe we don't really know.
It's
That.
theoretical.
All right.
Yeah, that's a popular thing to say.
Sure.
Because if he's a new Joker, he must have taken over pretty quickly because Don Flamingo hasn't been like out not
It's
that
been
long
out for
ago.
like 2 weeks, a month maybe. Yeah.
Anyway,
There you go.
we appreciate you coming on, Dot.
Appreciate the question. Appreciate the topic.
Always
Thank you,
trying to
Doc.
be here. Well,
Appreciate it.
take it easy.
See. Christian,
Characters coming back.
returning characters, fan favorites. It's just a now, really, in Gin, isn't it?
Sure, but do you want the One Piece ending to be like the Seinfeld ending? Where it's literally every character in any situation coming back to fight for a
Will there be 5 chapters of just the decks of the world? Seeing Monkey D's and Pirate Key.
Yes.
We'll see how long.
We'll see everyone.
Everyone.
Alright,
will
we'll see
say.
everyone, alright?
Or maybe just be like 10 panels in each page.
Sure. Alright. Now, next topic. Alright, next topic. We have Crusoe, One Piece, the community, a double-edged sword. I don't know what this is about. It's probably going to start ranting about Twitter, I don't know, you know.
Twitter's, Crusoe, you're on the show.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Not bad, Crusoe.
Good.
Now, what is your topic? Explain it to us.
All right. So my topic is the One Piece community as a double-edged sword because I've been thinking about this for a while. Like, obviously I enjoy interacting with you guys and like messing with people on Twitter, those sorts of things. But, does being part of the One Piece community actually negatively impact my enjoyment of the series? And, I think that sometimes the answer to that is yes. There's a lot of toxic stuff going on, a lot of expectations that we wouldn't have reading week to week if it wasn't for the community, right? Like the whole "Get Me the Wano" movement, like Wano's going to be the greatest arc ever. Like if you're just reading the story by yourself, you're not going to have those crazy expectations on Wano. And yeah, dude, like King of Lightning said some pretty wild stuff in a video where he basically said that if Kaido cannot knock out some of the scabbards with King's Haki, like they all stay up, like that'll be blasphemy, and he's giving the chapter a 0 out of 10. And he's like, where are you getting that, dude? Like these guys are going down. Only fodder like Flampe have gone down to conquerors. So.
I feel like Raising King videos are just memes. Like he doesn't actually think that.
Now he's talking about Conqueror's Haki.
Yeah.
Big Mom example. Not many people get knocked out.
No.
I don't see Capone getting knocked out. I don't see Sanji getting knocked out.
Random Big Mom Pirates
People got to accept that Conqueror's Haki is literally a hype device.
to knock out fodder.
And to be like, oh shit, Luffy's fighting the
But
boss.
Shanks did knock out people with 100 million or less bounties.
Is that true?
That's factual.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean,
Marco
can do
said
the
those who have 100,000 or less, get out of here. You're going to get knocked out by
100,000 or 100 million?
100 million. All right.
Keep us at 100,000.
Well, 100 whatever, hundreds,
Yeah.
whatever the fucking currency is.
Shanks
Alright?
is hype, Christian, no doubt.
Yeah, and that wasn't even a Conqueror's Pulse. That was him just stepping on the ship, alright? So for
But,
Shanks,
okay.
I think it's fair, alright? Because obviously he's the
Now,
Haki
back to the
Master.
community, Christian.
Sure.
Crusoe. Do you enjoy taking shots though?
Taking shots. What do you mean?
Taking shots
taking-
at King of Lightning, taking shots at Joy Boy. Do you enjoy watching me taking shots? does, does that give you entertainment?
Eric's a Twitter warrior, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, obviously that's like one of the more fun aspects of it. Like I like to see people going at it, man.
He loves the beef.
I like to see the beefs, man. But no, like it's just kind of weird because I started reading the series in like 2017 after watching it and having been caught up with the anime in 2014, and like at that point that was like my peak hype in the series, and then I got into the YouTube community.
To be fair though, Krusop, you did attach yourself to Dritzkern. That might have been a mistake.
That was a mistake, like
That might have been a mistake.
he had like some really good videos, like the fucking neck to necks, but then it's just been depressing as fuck to like watch his live streams over the past 2 years. Like,
yeah.
Oh man.
So,
but no, a lot of it's depressing.
I feel like the community,
Look,
YouTube community specifically. Now, even you say YouTube community, it's only a very specific amount of channels.
it's the majority of channels, though.
Yeah, but it's the King of Lightning crew, it's the BDA crew, that kind of stuff. Basically, those two creators fan out. You got Roger in there; he's kind of building his own thing as well, but he knows the community situation. Now, for us as the content creators, as it were, Christian,
Okay.
we have a good time talking to other people,
Sure.
fucking
Yeah.
around, and we hope that the audience enjoys the friendship, the memeing,
Sure.
the debates.
Yeah.
That's why we come here, man.
That's why we like it.
But here's the thing, right? There is a lot of YouTube channels, right? And you gotta stand out. So what does that mean?
Hot takes.
Spicy hot takes, memeing, inflated opinions.
There's not many two-man operations out there as
Agendas.
well, Christian. So we're a
Okay.
two-man operation here.
If you're a one-man operation, you gotta be big, you gotta be loud.
Yeah.
You gotta sort of
We bounce
create
each
your
other,
energy.
we talk shit,
Sure, yeah.
Well, as the community, listen here, Chris. Would you be as invested if you were in the community? Or would you, by yourself, just reading week to week? I don't know.
I mean that's a good question. Like certainly certain aspects of it you wouldn't think about by yourself. Like if you'll naturally be inclined to like be curious about the power scaling or like the theories and the world building like
Sure.
by yourself, but you wouldn't necessarily think about the other one too much alone. I think when you're part of the community, you like hear it all, man.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
But then when
and I
someone
think that
says
adds
something
to it.
crazy, you get upset.
Sure.
And now is that the intention of the individual? Perhaps.
It's just like I think that really like what made me think about this is like the expectations on Kaido, because if you're reading the story by yourself and Kaido gets stabbed by the scabbards, you're probably not going to get that upset. But since the community has talked him up to be this invincible monster, then you have these certain expectations, and then you get you get really pissed.
We've been talking
You-
about Kaido
It's-
for literally 3 years.
It is in the story,
Yeah.
it's there, but every week you're reminded by individuals that create videos that he is indeed indestructible. And
Yeah, and then you got
unbeatable.
people like King Lottie that has the immortality surgery. It's guaranteed that he's indestructible, all that kind of stuff. So the theories become fact in some minds.
Just like the Blackbeard theory.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Just like Rod, I saw an interesting thing. Brago did a little community post being like, what do you want to see before the end of One Piece? What's a priority I want to see? This guy put, what is a One Piece, right?
Yeah.
And then his second most wanted thing to be uncovered and has to be explained by Oda is the egg on Roger's ship. That's the second mystery that must be solved.
I
that is
forgot
cl-
about that.
That is clearly a community issue, all right?
Yeah.
Dude, but that's Momonosuke, remember? Or Kaido, depending on your stance.
That's clearly a community problem.
Yeah. Now,
So
here's the thing: you repeat something long enough, people gonna think it's important.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
Big Mom becoming an ally, right?
Even though
Repeating it for years, people gonna start believing it.
saying things that don't necessarily make sense, but start making sense when you say it a lot.
Yeah. Alright. So, yes, it is a double-edged sword, but you don't get the spicy memes. You don't get, the
You don't
crazy
get
theories.
me calling out Dritz
Right?
and having a good time.
We always...
Dude.
Dritz is the enemy of the show.
He's
right?
been quiet
Could you,
lately. I
could
haven't
you
seen him
guys
around.
bring him back on to the podcast soon?
We could do that. Alright?
I feel like he's in some kind of deep depression though.
I don't know what's going on with
Oh,
Dritz
man.
Code. Haven't
He won't let
talked
us
to-
in. He won't let us in.
Yeah, he won't let us
He
in.
won't let
He's...
us talk to our boy.
Alright? He's isolating himself. Alright? Alright, when he talk to Dritz Code, alright?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. There you go. The community. Always evolving, always changing. New memes. New cancer. Alright.
Good times.
Good times.
Cancer Lords. That's why you created it, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, We've already asked the
That's
question.
that's why it's the goat.
Now. Thank you,
We
Crusoe,
appreciate Crusoe
for your topic. We appreciate you.
Yeah, it was
Appreciate
fun.
you.
Thanks for having me.
Alright, Hebe's giving us $5, Christian. The Hebe Ultimate Waifu banned from the Discord.
Okay.
Try to get in still. She gives us $5 and she says, "Did Crusoe watch the Nux video?" Not sure what video she's referring to, and she did say she will send me $44.95 later on. And that's an internal bit, alright, that people won't understand, but me and her.
What the
She-
fuck is going on?
She asked, how much do I have to pay for you to read my comments correctly? I replied $50. She replied, "That's too expensive." I go $49.95. Then she sends me the $5. I'll send you the $44.95 later. She's trying to engage a little bit of banter to try and get back into the Discord.
She's still 5 cents off.
She's banned from the Discord.
That's it. Alright.
Christian's rule is vital.
That's it. Alright. Now, we do have one more topic, but Jordan Lee is nowhere to be seen.
Go.
Now, is that because Eric fucked up
There was mistakes made with the time zones.
the
I did
time
change them.
zones and the date?
I don't know what happened, Maybe it didn't save. Because it's the old dates. I did change them. I did change
You got one job. Make the thumbnail. Alright? You got one job, make the thumbnail.
You can miss sometimes, Christian. What are you going to do?
Fucked it up, alright? Alright. With that out of the way,
Shanks?
we'll get into how strong is Shanks. How strong is Shanks? Every week, we come to you with the question of how strong is Shanks? And every week we answer. Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King. But the people out there, the stupid people, alright? The people out there think Kaido's the strongest. There are people out there that think Blackbeard is the strongest.
BB.
There are people out there that think Sakazuki, aka Sweetest Man on the Planet. Never forget. Rory fought.
You forgot last week.
I didn't. I did not forget. He was in there, alright? Go back and read it.
People
Listen to
saying
it. Well,
otherwise.
That's what it is.
People not paying attention.
People don't listen.
Okay.
You gotta open your ears. You gotta open your heart for Shanks.
141 times.
Alright?
Sick of telling the people.
We'll not stop until it's 100% saturation. Right?
Let's get there.
People think Mihawk's the strongest. People out there think Dragon is the strongest. Didn't even turn up to Merijoa. And the worst of them all, people think Aimu is the strongest. And they were wrong, they were all incorrect. And every week, we bring 100%
100%.
genuine,
factual
information to the table. Mm-hmm. And this week's evidence is Shanks is so strong that if Shanks turned up in Onigashima, Kano would instantly fall to the ground in mental pain because of the mental damage inflicted on Kano's psyche when Shanks dominated him before
Nani?
we fought.
Nani?
Alright? He'd just be like,
Nani?
Akagami. And he'll just die. Alright? Shanks is the strongest. Shanks is the God King.
Now, just a little side note on the Shanks the God King as it relates. Theoretically, Roger had the Straw Hat in God Valley. So when Monkey D gets up to that final fight, Straw Hat...
Zabek.
Is it Roger? Now,
What are you talking about?
at some point, I don't think Kano saw Shanks with the Straw Hat. So he's not going to be like Shanks. But it will be Roger.
So you think Kano's gonna mention the Straw Hat?
Roger should have had it in God Valley.
Okay, it's a Straw Hat though. It's not supposed to be...
Yeah, but it's always like, Shanks had the Straw Hat.
It's not... You know, a hat...
I just want Kano to be like, Nani Shanks.
Alright. Fair enough. Alright? Fair enough. I would love a mention of that Marineford incident. I would love a little spicy take.
When Shanks turns up in Wano, we'll get that mention.
I want that mention, alright? Now, moving on. Topic of the show. Educational topic. Alright? Let's give the knowledge to the people, as we always do. Topic of the show. How to start a story.
Now, shouldn't we put some notes down here, Christian?
I've got a few notes.
Okay.
Alright? You got the traditional, classic starter, and you got the new school starters.
Okay.
Alright? People trying to mix it up, people trying to hook readers. Alright? Now, Eric has the literature right there.
You gotta read the books, people.
Alright?
You gotta read the books.
You got a script book, and you got Araki, the Golden Road.
We got Sid Field screenplay. This man wrote many a screenplay in cinema, Christian.
Which movies?
Can't remember.
Well, there you go.
Something, I think the Chinese Bookie, things like that.
Old movies.
Old movies, man from the 70s, 80s.
Okay.
Some say the pinnacle of cinema, Christian.
70s, sure.
But yeah, he lays it down, Christian.
Alright, he lays it down.
And we're going to get into those plot points. I suggest you read this book before you start putting pen to paper. Now, people go, rules are meant to be broken. What do I need to know the rules? Blah, blah, blah. Learn the structure.
Before you break
and
them.
then put your spice on the structure.
Well, learn the structure before you break it.
And, of course,
I would
Christian,
say.
many a Bible to many people, Christian. Manga in theory and practice by the man Araki.
The Araki himself.
Now, when you read this, you realize the genius of Toriyama.
Alright.
Alright? Because all he does is be
talk
like,
about-
I wish I was Toriyama.
Now, Toriyama, great artist. Not the best script writer.
No,
Alright, relax.
but he doesn't
Alright?
talk about scripts in that one, Christian. He
Okay.
does. He talks about the Royal Road, always rising
But he
in
doesn't,
action.
Toriyama doesn't get brought up in scripts.
No.
Yeah.
Now, Araki has his own specific style that he indeed calls the Royal Road,
Road.
of course.
How could I forget?
And he says many times you always have to stick to the Royal Road. Now, what is the whatever? We'll get to that in a minute.
But we're talking about how to start.
Yes.
Alright? Because Araki always does this every part.
Yes.
Establishes the main character in his natural environment.
Yes.
What's his day like? What does he do?
Now, Mr. Sid Field explains this in 3 specific sections, Christian.
There you go. Give it to
The
give information to
personal,
people.
the professional,
Yes.
and the internal personality.
Explain it. Alright, explain what that means.
All right. As
Break it
people, we all have different ways of interacting with individuals.
Sure.
The personal, me and you together. That's a personal connection, right?
Sure.
The professional. What is the character like in a professional environment?
Yep.
And the internal. What is the character like in his own thoughts?
Yes.
You establish those three specific situations of the character,
Yes.
and you will understand the character. That
Yes.
now that's gonna take some time, not necessarily in the start.
You can do it. You can do it quick.
Sure.
A little taste. All right. A little taste.
Yes.
Now, this area of the story, the start. All right. Some people call it the normal, which is the daily life of the main character or the characters.
Yes.
What's the world like? What's going on? What are they doing? What's their life like? All right. And then we have the inciting incident.
Yes.
All right. The call to action, whatever you want to call it. The call to arms.
Now this necessary
rising.
the inciting incident not necessarily
Yeah.
the first point of conflict, Christian, that sets the story up.
Sure.
It can lead to that,
Yes.
such as finding a dead body in a crime thriller,
Yes.
and then the point of which you move in from Act 1 to Act 2, Christian, one of the key set points, right? That would be finding the break point in the crime scene, the major clue that launches you into the complications of Act 2.
Sure.
But the inciting incident would be the crime scene, the dead body, in that example. But you can merge those two things together, if you like.
That's the traditional how to start a story.
Yes.
The traditional, the normal, the inciting incident, and then we go.
Now,
we fly off.
Araki says this must be done in 4 pages.
Quick. I don't know if he does that.
Mr. Sid Field, Christian, says first 10 minutes, it must be done.
Okay. First 4 pages. I don't know if Araki sticks
First
to
4 or
rules.
5 pages, Araki says you must engage the audience in the inciting incident.
Okay. I guess that I don't know if Araki follows that rule himself, but you know,
Araki his theories contradict his work sometimes.
he's a very
but he knows he's a
finesse
flawed man and he's trying to keep
on the royal road.
on the royal road.
Okay. Now, mistakes, common mistakes
Okay.
I see are not telling us what the main character is, what the main character is about. They start with action. They start with the inciting incident. You don't get to know the character. You go get that connection.
Mm-hmm.
So you don't understand the gravity of the situation because the normal was not set up. If you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's the traditional side of things. Now, there's a new school. By new school, we mean not ancient.
It's not necessarily new. I wouldn't say
It's not ancient.
the deviation isn't in the structure. It's
Traditional is ancient human storytelling, the hero's journey.
yes.
Biblical, ancient, goes all the way back to the
But
initial
still
stories.
very much the root of new school. I wouldn't
Exactly.
say it's deviated
Now,
completely.
I'm only talking about openings. I'm not talking about
Yes.
arc structure, whatever you want. All right. Now, you can start with a cold open. And now, what is the cold open? Cold open is the inciting incident right at the start, how it happened, what went down, and then you go back. But it's not happening in the future. It's happening current time, current day.
Cancel chapter 1.
Exactly. So, cold open. All right. Now, you can do... Cold open is good because it gets you straight into the action, gets you straight into it. What's going on here? You get a little bit of more information than the main character does.
Page 1, page 2.
Sure. All right. Now, the new thing that I do not like is the time jump. 10 years in the future. Look at this hype. Look at this fight. You're going to get this. You're going to get to this point. we go
Revert back 10 years to a guy
the
being a
start.
kid. Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. It's cheating. It's promising something you're never going to deliver.
Yeah.
Alright? Look at Boruto and how that started. Bullshit.
Bad.
Bait. No context. Ruined surprises. Right? Bad.
Let's take Cancel as the example, Christian, as to what I did.
Sure.
So, We open with the Cancel Lord itself talking on Discord about how trash One Piece is.
Cold open.
Cold open. Establishing somewhat of a vile individual, cartoonishly disgusting as I drew. You know, blasphemous. Just dumb comments that you would say is shitty writing, but that's the point because the Canceler can't speak
Yeah.
in a proper way.
Is this
And then-
pause? Is that feedback you got?
What?
This is shitty writing. What is this bullshit?
No one actually said that. I intentionally made it shit.
Okay. I'm just
I remember
saying,
you complaining about what is this phrasing, and I'm like, that's the point.
which is a little hard to read, but you know. I guess that's the intention, whatever.
It's like trash, comma, trash, comma, trash.
Yeah,
That's how people speak on Discord, Christian.
that's true.
So we establish the world.
Sure.
Mr. RFP kicks open the door, busts in. You're under arrest,
Alright.
right?
Yeah.
Gives a speech about what's going on. A little bit of exposition.
Do you have a title card that says Cancel Lords after that?
There is a little bit of opening saying, I'm a copper, cancel order. First page, right?
Yeah.
That's a little bit of establishment.
Okay.
Then we walk in, blah, blah, blah. Little bit of a twist. Waifu. Right?
Sure.
Well, what's this? What's Mr. RFP going to do? Will he be seduced by the Cancel Lord?
Yeah.
No. Shot in the face, dead. Another twist. It's over, Christian. The inciting incident's over. We took care of it.
I would still say that's the cold open.
It's the inciting incident. Then
The death of the Cancel
the Cancel Lord.
Cancel Lord
Deku-
is the incident.
Deku X69.
Sure.
Then we're done. We talk to Silvers on the phone, establishing more lore, what's going on, seeing the professional, the personal with Silvers, some kind of a friendship going on,
Sure.
some kind of relationship. Then, rising behind him, emerges Deku X69. Kicks in the face, starts the conflict of the Act 2.
Well, you could. Okay. I'm just gonna buy that the first chapter is a 3-act structure.
It is a 3-act structure. It clearly is a 3-act structure. I don't know what you mean by.
Because that implies that it's basically a complete thing.
It is.
Is it?
The story,
Whatever.
the arc completes.
Alright.
And then it sets up for the next
Alright.
arc, but the arc completes.
Okay.
The villain is defeated. That's a little basic structure. You don't want to sit there, fucking boring, or talk 6 chapters about nothing, 6 pages about nothing. Then something dumb happens,
Sure.
and then a fight breaks out for no reason. Just throw a little spice in, a little twist. Engage the audience.
Sure. There you go.
What do you want to say?
I just wanna help people start on the right foot. Alright? You wanna start on the right foot, alright? You wanna get this, because it's hard to get people to read your stuff if you don't start on the right foot. You gotta start on the right foot. You gotta start right, you gotta start good. Because you don't want to confuse people, you don't want to throw them into deep. It's gonna be a good starting point. Alright? And I've already said it. Do not do the 10-year time jump. Let's show the hype.
How many times have you seen this? Just Boruto? You've seen it a few times?
Webtoons non-stop.
You see it all the time in Webtoons.
All the time. All the Korean manhwa do it. I'm pretty sure. Does Berserk count? Yeah. I guess Berserk does count as doing that. But not really, because it's not showing the end of the series.
A little bit in front of time.
Sure, but it's not the same thing. It's not done for the same effect. I would say. But there you go. Alright. It's a little bit something different. Hope that helps people out there.
Just think about why something's interesting.
Yeah.
Try and put your own spin on it. Throw your own personality into it, Christian.
Yeah.
Everyone else does. They see, I don't know, Boruto do it, I'll do it.
Don't Don't do it. Please don't do it. Alright? I get it. You're trying to hook people in. Alright? But it's bait. Alright? People see through that. Alright. Moving on to Thunderdome. Yeah. Thunderdome. We're here. Eric, how do you enter the Thunderdome? How do you participate?
Patreon, $5 and up, get to enter into the Thunderdome, Christian.
Sure.
They get to run the bracket.
Run the bracket.
Confirmed Bardo fan last week.
Yeah,
Gave him a good matchup.
that's true. You want to give your characters a good matchup. Now this week, MBDD, I don't know what the logic here is. I don't know why this matchup. Don Chin Jiao versus Niji. Now, what form of Don Chin Jiao? Is it the newest form of Don Chin Jiao?
Up to date.
The broken head.
Yeah.
The tilted nail. No longer has the essence of the Hosoken running through his body. Whatever that means, whatever that is. Right? In the manga, Don Chin Jiao, not impressive at all. You're remembering the anime fight, none of that happens.
Yes.
The only thing that happens...
There is a Haki Punch clash, though.
There is a Haki clash of Conquerors. And the only other attack is Luffy's Gear 3. Alright? So, Doji Jiao, I don't know if it's a weak spot issue, knocked out by one Gear 3 attack. Alright?
Well, he fell into the water.
He was knocked out before he fell into the water.
Okay.
Alright, so I don't know if it's a weak spot issue. You know, can he cop it if it's just in his gut? You know, all those kinds of questions.
Is Sai the most powerful
Yes.
first fucking fleet man? The Jewel Dragon Nail.
Jewel Dragon does impress you. I'll still give it to Hakuba just because of the speed.
Okay.
And the cutting ability. Alright? But the question is, Niji Speed Man. Alright? Apparently
Henry Razor.
apparently the fastest character in the series, apart from maybe Kizaru, maybe not. Whatever that means. How fast is he? We'll never know. Fast as Sanji.
Let's think about attack power for Niji.
He
Takes
doesn't
out,
do
takes
fucking
out
shit.
goons.
Yeah.
Does these Henry Razor.
Yeah.
Electric shocks.
Sure.
Beats up a chef.
He doesn't do shit. Alright, that's the problem.
He is fast.
He's fast. We're talking about the raid suit, alright? The raid suit adds defenses. No haki confirmed from the German kids. Alright, confirmed no haki from Judge.
They were surprised that Sanji had Haki.
Exactly, which implies they don't have haki. Because they say, why does this weakling have haki? You know, implies that they don't have haki. Alright? Which begs the question.
It's confusing.
What?
How do they know he has it? How can they see that he has it? Is it because he blocks Judge's spear?
Yes.
And they go, he must have Haki.
Well, Judge says, oh, I can't believe you have haki.
But Rajo also notices that Sanji's got Haki. Anyway. Who do you want to give it to? Who are you feeling?
I feel like Niji because Donji Jiao isn't really that impressive. We can break it down. Donji Jiao isn't really that impressive. He does one punch, one headbutt that Luffy beats with a Gear 3 attack. Now, can Niji cop a Gear 3 attack? Yeah, probably raid suit.
What about Pika?
Why are we bringing up Pega?
Because Elisabella and
Donji Jiao, but that's before his head's broken again.
I guess.
Right?
That's true.
He gets it back and then Side breaks it.
Yeah.
Right? So he no longer has the nail. Alright? So we're going to have to go Niji for this one. Donji Jiao retired old man. Out of action.
Sure. Give it to the youth.
Give it to the youth. Give it to the man. The raid suit. Well, maybe we'll find out what the Raid 2 does in
Next week.
Next week when Sanji gets destroyed by King. All right. Moving on to the question corner.
Question corner, Christian, for the new people out there. If you want your questions answered, just put them in the comment section below.
Comment section, community tab, Discord.
We'll answer them.
We'll answer all your questions, alright? From Ryger, if Big Mom Albas Beer is a dry technique, that means anyone can learn it, like Fisherman Karate. Could Usopp learn it in Elbaf? I just think, yes, you also need, I think it's just you need a massive amount of strength.
Is it
Because it's
like
an air cut,
yeah.
it's basically a shockwave.
Is it like Burgess fucking shoulder
Whatever the fuck that
Fucking
is.
punch
Shockwave.
that shockwaves the buildings in?
I assume anyone can learn the Albas Beer. You just gotta be
Powerful.
powerful.
Like Shanks.
Sure.
Shanks comes up with the Albaf Spear and Divine Departure.
Craziness. Alright. Absolute craziness. Alright. Next question from Jordan Lee. Do you think there's a chance One Piece could have a disappointing Toriko-like ending? Since Oda has already wanted to finish OP within 5 years.
Said
even
5
with
years
Kobe.
this year again.
What do you guys think of OP if that happened? Well, for those who don't know, Toriko skipped a good 4 arcs.
Yeah.
Which is, in Toriko language, that's about 100 chapters. Right?
Short arcs.
Toriko likes his short arcs. And then it just moved to the end and did the final arc and skipped 4 arcs. Kind of montaged it, kind of just said characters got this, characters got that. I don't know if that's possible for One Piece because it's not like
Well, regardless of what happens
MacGuffin.
now, because Oda said 5 years, forever it'll be Oda skipped and cut arcs.
cut arcs. The Emerald City.
I don't understand why they let him say that, and why it's a selling point.
Because they want to sell old volumes, catch up, buy the old volumes, catch up before it ends.
It just doesn't need to be said. Just end it on your own terms. Don't
Yeah.
give a time limit.
Well, we've been through this before. Realistically, we got Wano, Albaf, Raftel, maybe Marines. At the final Whitebeard Mega War.
And remember, Raftel was 30, 40 chapters. Not Raftel, Marineford.
We're for 30 chapters. It's possible.
We talked about this a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month or two ago.
It's possible.
No new characters.
Get it done.
No new plot around those characters.
Yeah.
You could easily get it done.
You can get it done. Alright?
The majority of Wano,
I don't know why people want Albaf to be 100 chapters, like chapters equals importance.
the amount of Wano that is new characters interacting and explaining why they're important is a good half of it.
Yeah, it's too much, man.
So-
Too many characters, too much bullshit. Get it out.
Remove the new characters and we're good.
It can be done. It can be done. Alright? You gotta get it done
Surely
right.
there's not that many new characters left.
Just make all the characters return, give people what they want, and you can end it. I think it's possible. Yeah.
I've talked about this before, but like theoretically, Luffy should be a holy god of Albaf, since the word would spread from.
Yeah, but relax. Alright?
They love strength
Sure, but relax.
and
Alright?
and mighty gods, Christian.
From Dart. Which is your favorite How Strongest Shank segment? Of course, it is the Sunwall Infinites. The greatest sermon ever done. Alright, how can we forget? The Sunwall Infinite
Some more
speech.
infinites.
Alright. From Joe's, the name Being a Virgin is my game. When will this man evolve? We're waiting, alright? I'll just say that. We're
Week to
waiting.
week, so one week it'll change, surely.
Right.
Hopefully for this man.
What is your favorite ecchi series? Now, maybe this is why.
Didn't he ask a similar question
Yeah,
last
that's a
week?
similar question a couple weeks ago. I don't read/watch ecchi.
It's been
You
a
know?
waste of time.
You know why? Don't do it, alright? Also, what is the most likely? One Piece ending in 5 years or Cole losing weight? That's a big...
Cole losing weight is probably
Cole
more likely.
claims he's trying. Alright?
Cole losing weight's more likely than One Piece ending in 5 years.
There you go.
4 years now, if we're counting.
Clip this, send it to Key. Alright, there you go. From Mont, do you expect Momo and Hirori to still play a critical part in the arc? No.
Do you think in 2022, will we still be saying 5 years?
Oda keeps on bringing down the number. He's being consistent.
He said
at
4
least.
to 5 years.
It's coming down.
Yeah.
So maybe he's on schedule.
What was the question?
Do you think Momo and Hirori will still play a critical part in this arc? No.
No.
They're done. Their part's over.
They're
Momo
done.
said his name. Hiyori's not going to be here for some reason. Maybe she'll turn up.
Let the big boys fight.
Yeah. I don't know. From Bardock, where did the Tolato brothers graduate? Australia or the old country Italy? Cheers and keep up the passion. Australia. Graduate. Australia. In all answers.
In all facets.
Never studied overseas. There you go. Alright. From George M. We've seen some of the Short Hats get a significant power up recently. Luffy with Gear 4. I mean, is that recently? Is Gear 4 a recent power up? I would say Rio is
5 years.
I would say
maybe.
Rio is the recent power up.
Sure.
Right. Sanji with the Raid Suit, Zoro with Enma, Nami with Zeus, etc. What power ups do you see Straw Hat such as Robin or Brooke getting, if all? You could imagine Robin showing some new technique with her Devil Fruit because she doesn't do fucking shit.
Can Robin even get a power up?
Haki,
Sure.
it's possible. Some Devil Fruit technique.
Well, she just pulls out the Dragon Claws.
Hype. Alright. Brooke, mystical soul techniques. Made me learn something of Big Mom. Maybe he can put his soul into different objects. You know, that kind of shit. You know, soul music.
I want to see applications outside of the homies and Big Mom, but yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the hallucinations. He's got the.
It's a bit of a short-sighted power up.
Yeah. He's got the hallucination stuff. Maybe that's increased with the Soul Kingu. You know. I guess Chopper, New Awakening, Monster Point.
Yeah, we should get a lot of new power ups this arc. If they fight.
Frankie's got those anti-Cardo weapons. Where are they? Alright. Yeah. Usopp kind of really hasn't used his observation haki yet, so he can start using that better. So there you go. From Kennedy, currently going through the Red Force podcast backlog of videos, and some old ones are some serious gold. Do you think Christian or Eric have a top 5 personal favorite episodes from the show?
Top 5 person.
We can't remember. It all bleeds together.
Listen, we live together.
It all feeds in. It's all
we
feeding in.
non-stop talk shit. Who knows?
It all feeds into each other. Now, a great episode is the chapter where Eric got the biggest L with the time fruit. How could we forget?
But who can forget the biggest W of Shiryu?
That's also true. Can't forget the biggest W. Yeah, it all bleeds together. Like, I can't distinguish episodes from...
Yeah.
It all bleeds together. So, I can't really say.
Sure.
We got another $5 from Heavy here, mate.
$5.95. She reckons Oda was saying 5 years of Just Rosa. Not sure. If
That's not true. He said 65%. He was giving percentages, right? And that percentage has risen, and the timeline is getting shorter. So, I guess he's consistent in some ways, all right? From the Red Robin podcast, blank question, missed the question or something. That's interesting. Maybe a little copy paste issue right there. We apologize. All right. Actual next question from John. Do you think Hirori will somehow bring Odin's second sword to the war? If so, do you feel Yamato will be the one to wield it? I'd like to see Yamato / Zoro tag team with Odin's swords. Does Hirori get involved in this war?
Unless she's like hidden somewhere. I don't think so.
It's kind of weird not to have her here to see the death of Kaido, the man who killed her father, or the defeat of Kaido. It's kind of weird not to have her here. She did say she wouldn't be here.
Where's Onimaru? There's a lot of questions, alright?
Again, Act 2. Again. Act 2 going nowhere. Alright?
It's confusing.
Was Hiyori necessary? No. What's the point? If she's not here, she's not doing anything, what's the point?
I don't know.
You know? To give Denjiro something to do? Maybe? I guess. Alright. From HD Myth. What's your thoughts on Oda once again saying One Piece ending in 4 to 5 years? Again, he's consistent. He keeps on saying 4 to 5 years, 80%, 65%. It's getting, you know.
He's working on it.
It's ticking down.
We'll see how it goes.
It's ticking down, alright. We'll see how it goes. From Crazy Man. If Sanji gets his cheeks clapped by King next chapter, will Simpy fans really finally accept the fact that Sanji's trash and he'll never be on Zoro's
Too many
level?
phrases in this question.
A lot of phrases, a lot of, you know, memes, a lot of inside jokes. But Zoro's also got to prove. Zoro's also got to prove.
I warned King at JD last week.
To
Too early. You're going in way too early.
Prime meme status, right?
Yeah.
You gotta relax. Also, Zoro gotta prove himself still. What's Zoro done? Fuck all. Alright? He's fighting fodder, he's getting bloodied by fodder.
Now let's hope. Let's hope it's a tag team with King.
Alright.
That's what I want to see.
Next question from Japanese Jim. What are some of your favorite fruits? Also, what do you think of the official color
Favorite
for
fruits.
Toby and Ropo? We have seen the new volume cover. Pretty good coloring. Somewhat expected.
Not out of control.
Not out of control weirdness.
Yeah.
Alright. Favorite foods?
I salute the animators on that all the hair. God rest your souls.
They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna do it. They're not gonna try to do it.
Pink, blue, and white stripes.
Not happening.
Stop.
Alright? Not happening. But, favorite foods?
Where do we begin?
You got
Linguine prawns, Christian.
linguine with prawns.
That's how that had. On reflection, you can talk about lasagna. You can talk about Dan and Genie. You can talk about the pizza. You can
That's
talk
true.
about a nice steak, Christian. But when it comes down to it,
It's nice, simple red sauce
give me linguine with the prawns.
with a bit of prawns in there, a bit of garlic. Delicious. Alright. Now, other foods that get me interested. Bit of paella. A good, well-made, no skip paella. Delicious. Alright? You got the chorizo. You got the seafood. You got the crispy rice. Delicious.
I like a good pie. We're Australian.
A good meat pie.
Good meat pie, can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. You know, how can you forget
Don't give me a frittata. That's what I don't want. Because I'll stab you in the face.
a quiche?
Get
What
out.
the fuck?
Don't like
Alright.
it.
Now, how can we forget the classic roast chicken? It's all-time classic.
Mainstay.
All-time classic. Mostly Italian food. Alright, we'll say that. Mostly Italian
Obviously.
food. Alright?
Many moons ago, we talked about the gelati with the coffee gelati and the chocolate gelati. It's all there in the past lore.
Alright? The favorite ice cream question. How can we forget?
The espresso, the biscotti with the espresso.
Classic.
The almond cream. I don't even know what you want to call
Biscuits.
it. Biscuits.
Sure. Slices.
Cocaine.
Alright? They're basically cocaine.
Yeah.
Those little
You
bone...
have one, you have the whole
The
thing.
little bone biscuits. Cocaine. Straight cocaine.
Dangerous.
Alright, there you go. From Rishinba, do you think that the skipped fights issue is real or has it been overblown by people? It is overblown, only happens in Wano. It's only ever happened in Wano. Okay, God, no skips were fought. No fights were skipped. It's just only one happened.
Fights were dished
Oh,
out.
a couple fights happened. Sanji versus Judge.
Sanji versus Bobbin.
Sanji versus Jub happened. You got the whole thing. Luffy versus Katakuri. You basically got the whole thing. No skips.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't. It's 14 chapters. You got enough there, right?
I think skipped fights mean set up clash, guys dead on the floor. I think that's what people mean by a skipped fight. You can cut around and show the middle and then come back and shit.
Konjiro versus skipped fights. Only one, no problem. As we said in Dressrosa.
You got Zoro versus Killer, but that was short.
Yeah.
Not skipped.
Yeah.
So
There you go. From 1000
look at this clown.
What?
Heavy Hime, you do not put chorizo in paella.
I don't know about
you know
this
what,
authentic.
She's getting timed out. This fucking white person telling me what's going on paella. There we go. She gets a timeout.
I don't know what.
That enraged me.
Enraged, Eric. I don't know what the traditional recipe is. No comments, alright? I don't. Maybe the traditional Spanish recipe is no chorizo. But the way I like
You go to the South Market, Christian.
the way I like it, and I said, did I say a traditional one? I said a no holds barred, right? I said no holds barred. Did I say traditional?
He'd be trying to tell us about flavor, Christian.
Talking about high quality flavor.
We're on the infinite quest to reach flavor country.
All right.
Next question.
Next question. Eric's enraged for that comment. All right, there you go. That's what you get on this show. Eric just losing it.
I can't understand.
From Dad's and Sunny, Big Mom had a grudge against Roger for stealing her poneglyph. Since she could not get it back from Roger, so she settled with his crewmate Oden. What? Since she could not get back at Roger, so she settled with his crewmate Odin. Big Mom sends Kaido to Wano and made Kaido. This is a theory, I assume. Big Mom sends Kaido to Wano and makes Kaido indebted to her in the process. Do you think this makes sense? Could Big Mom tie up all the Wano plot? So Big Mom is the mastermind behind Kaido going to Wano and getting revenge on Roger by fucking up Odin and his island.
Been a little bit convoluted.
It's convoluted.
Why wouldn't Big Mom just take over Wano's revenge?
Yeah, why did she have to take Kaido?
It kind of makes Kaido lackey as well.
Yeah. I don't know if that's the dead. I don't know about that. Alright?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. Alright? There you go. And that's the show this week.
There it is. Next week we got a chapter.
Got a chapter. We got.
Let's get a nice run of chapters going.
We're not gonna. What should we not see what happened to Sanji? We'll just focus on something else.
It's either gonna be Big Mom or Sanji.
I think the Big Mom situation is more of a struggle. All right, more of a precedent. Now, Oda, please don't do the amnesia plot again, please. We beg.
I'm comfortable.
Eric says it's not gonna happen.
I'm comfortable, Christian. I'm not worried.
There's a 20% chance that I'm going to be extremely mad next chapter. All right, extremely mad. But we'll see. All right, next week. Ace novel is coming out very soon.
There will be an episode about it.
I might have to read before the episode because
There's gonna be cancer out there, Christian.
the agendas
It might feature on How Strong Is Shanks next week. The
are
Ace
coming.
novel.
Don't forget
The agendas.
the agendas because they're on their way.
Now we all know reading comprehension very poor in the community.
Again, you keep on saying this. I keep on saying they know what they're doing and they're spinning it.
You think they're smarter than what they are.
They read it and go, how do I spin this into my headcanon? I'm not.
Is it a conscious thought to be like, this is what it actually
No,
says, I'm going to spin it?
It's subconscious.
Or I'm looking for something,
yes,
therefore...
it's they're trying to fill gaps.
Okay.
All right, with their own thing. All right. X novel, get ready for the battlegrounds. It's going to be a spicy week on Twitter.
I'm gonna think there's gonna be literally like 3 lines that people debate. That's what I actually think is gonna happen.
Sure. The exact verbiage on Mihawk, the exact verbiage
Oh,
on
my friend knows
Shanks.
Japanese. That's not correct.
This is the actual translations. Anyway,
Shanks.
Shanks is the God King.
Good night.